In Chapter 4, you wrote that through her allegations, Heard achieved a certain public status as a victim, and that status was reinforced by articles published in legacy media. Would she have achieved the same status otherwise?
I don't think so. Spoken language is undoubtedly a powerful instrument for us humans. Chomsky defined the capacity for language in humans as a biological property. Language is not just something that we do, it's fundamental to who we are. It's a distinct cognitive system that sets humans apart. Fairclough is another language scholar who has published extensively on language and its intricate ties to power. In his work, Fairclough emphasizes the power behind the discourse. He shifts attention from the mere exercise of power within individual communicative events to the deeper structures that sustain it. His focus lies on how discourse itself is organized and shaped by those in positions of power, influencing not only particular interactions but the broader social order. In this sense, ideology plays a central role, extending beyond simple acts of persuasion or manipulation. Most importantly, with his work, Fairclough wants to raise people's awareness of how language is an instrument of domination. Understanding it is a step towards social emancipation. Language has a dual aspect. On one hand, it is an individual property, a cognitive system that individuals use to produce and interpret oral communication and written texts. But on the other hand, language is a social phenomenon because it is socially generated and transmitted. Fairclough indicates that discourse through language achieves three functions. First, an identity function that constructs social identities. In the case of Heard, the discourse supporting the actress defined her social identity as a victim of the patriarchy, as all women are, a victim of domestic violence, another woman victim of a man's power, and a victim of those challenging her allegations, because no woman has ever benefited from reporting a man. Secondly, the relational function refers to how social relationships between those who participate in the discourse are negotiated and validated. Those who supported the actress positioned themselves as superior, since they knew better how women are oppressed and how victimization processes happen. Those who defied the actress' allegations of domestic violence were ignorant and morally wrong. Finally, the ideational function refers to how discourse represents the world and its processes, entities, and relations. Discursive strategies are employed to express ideological beliefs and the social and personal opinions derived from them. In this case, all women must be believed, and when they accuse their male partner of domestic violence, their truth shall not be questioned. Women are wired to be sisters, and we all must support each other. Failing to do so is part of the problem that keeps oppressing women.
And why do you say that the discourse supporting the actress used victims?
Well, it used victims because it never questioned the allegations. It didn't matter if they were truthful or not. In fact, the strategic semantics used in many texts I analyzed positioned Heard in parallel to any other woman victim, and this was useful for preventing the scrutiny of the evidence because it was not necessary to look into the evidence since we all know how domestic violence happens. Moreover, by supporting the allegations, despite the evidence showing they were not factual, it discredited the legitimate struggle for women's rights. Denying Depp the right to defend himself against the false accusations positioned women in some kind of unlawful position, and denying her such agency in the couple's conflictive relationship has revealed in multiple pieces of evidence denied women's agency. Meanings that emerge in the process of discourse production and interpretation are frequently influenced by underlying ideological positions. We usually explain discourse meaning through language rules or shared cultural knowledge, but this misses how ideology shapes meaning by guiding attitudes and collective ways of thinking. Chomsky taught us that control of language is a means of controlling thought. Words matter, and the discursive defense of Heard's allegation produced a new victim, Depp in this case. By accusing Heard of defamation, the actor became the target of what should be most hated, and victims were played as pawns in games of power.